Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with One Piece episodes 459, 60 and 61. Last time around we saw what are my boys Zoro and Brook up to. Zoro and Perona is unironically a really funny duo, right? Because they have such a different personalities, but they are very fun together. And for a brief moment it seemed like Perona is really liking Zoro, like almost like she was flirting with him in a weird way, right? Or maybe I'm tripping and looking too deeply into things, man, but I really love Perona's character and this island or whatever they are on. It's very spooky, it's very thriller bark like, and it makes sense that Perona would end up there. But I was wondering why the fuck Zoro, and we see these creatures using spears, axes, swords. They are attacking Zoro out of nowhere. At first I thought they were people, but later on I maybe thought they are some sort of beasts based on silhouettes. We still didn't get to see what the fuck is going on. Maybe some sort of hybrids, but one thing is for sure, they are damn fast and skilled, so perhaps Zoro training arc. It seems like every Strawhead will benefit from the place they are sent to, which is really interesting, and I can't wait to see how everyone evolves through their hardships. They're facing Brook and fucking panties flashing, man, that's hilarious. It's a really depressing story behind of all of this actually. The people, those long arm people, right? They are basically destroying their village, man. They are taking hostages. They took that girl. The buildings are destroyed. There are food shortages, and despite that, they gave Brook so much food to satisfy him, right? Because they do think that he's devil. They tried praying to gods. They tried all the methods you could think of, and the last resort was for them to perform this ritual, right, to summon him, and Brook appears, man. So it's hilarious but also very depressing at the same time, and it seems like Brook decided to help. I like how they all have these inner monologues, right, about the crew and Luffy saying just wait a little bit longer until I handle things here and I will come back to Sabaody, Luffy, and all of them are thinking the same. We have that special bond, man, gotta love it. The two recap episodes with some canon scenes, that was really interesting. Yeah, they're setting up this like crazy big event that is about to happen. They're taking my boy Ace out of the cell. Time is ticking, bro. The time of execution is really close. I can't wait to see what happens. We are not letting that happen no matter what. I don't know how far are Luffy and the others, but yeah, really liked those recaps, seeing Ace in Alabasta when he gave him the Weaver card, man, and now we see it burning. Like, who would have thought all those episodes ago that that little scene would lead to something like this, and Oda is really great at doing that. And of course we even got a little flashback when they were kids, man. I really like that as well. And Blackbeard in Mocktown, right, the Bellamy stuff, and Blackbeard against Ace, and later on the stuff about warlords. There is one warlord that we don't know much about, but he's really creepy and it seems very evil the way he's manipulating people and made that Bellamy's henchman kill Bellamy, right? I'm talking about Don Quixote do Flamingo. And there is an admiral that is extreme emissary of justice, and one of my Patreons, IR, told me that he is the one who killed those civilians on O'Hara in that boat. And it's very fitting for extreme emissary of justice, right? So he's probably the most like harsh admiral out of them all, man, and hence why Sengoku was looking at him very serious, man. It seems like he's a no joke, man, when he's capable of committing something like that, man. I'm worried when I picture warlords and admirals and all of them, man. I'm constantly thinking, how do we defeat them, man? But then I remember we are having Whitebeard, who is the strongest man of the world, and if Ace is is still in his crew, the other members must be strong as well, and who knows how many people he has on his side. Yeah, so it's going to be crazy, that's for sure. I'm excited to see what happens next, guys. So without further ado, let's jump into episode 459. Let's begin. Holy crap. As I said, this is the most hype stuff that I've seen in a while, accompanied by such a phenomenal writing and these backstories and all of these legendary characters. What a crazy reveal. First, the build up to through the north, south, east, west blue. Everyone looking, everyone's eyes are at this war right now, and everyone is expecting Whitebeard to show up. Most of the people are cheering for Navy, and you know what? That makes complete sense, because Navy is supposed to protect the people, right? We as viewers know that Navy is quite shady. The world government, to be precise. Those fucking five elders, the celestial dragons, right? They're horrible. That's a whole different thing as well. The Void Century, right? 800 years ago, a country that existed that was wiped, right? The 100 years missing, the poneglyphs, the ancient weapons, the fucking huge lore and so many mysteries, the One Piece, and none of that matters at the moment, and yet it's so fucking incredible and legendary. Ace, Portgas the Ace, is actually Gol D Ace. Our boy Ace is son of the king of the pirates, and Luffy knew that. Luffy knew that information and he never said it. He said, he doesn't like when I mentioned that, bro. Poor Luffy. He didn't say that, man. That's so incredible. So it's funny because when Garp was talking to Ace, when Ace was mentioning how him and Luffy have the blood of the worst criminals in the world, right? I was thinking like, oh shit, maybe they have separate fathers. Maybe their mother was a famous criminal as well. So both Dragon and his wife were wanted criminals. And I was thinking, oh, Portgas the Ace, that's a different surname, right? I was thinking maybe they have different mothers, different fathers. And it turned out to be a subtitle mistake, right? And then it turns out that it's actually the truth that they have different fathers. But also Luffy, Dragon, Gold Roger, Ace, both of their fathers are incredible people, man. Dragon is literally the most heinous, unwanted criminal in the world. And what Ivankov said, why is Navy picking the fight with Dragon and Whitebeard at the same time? But it's not with Dragon, actually. Navy knew that Dragon wasn't Ace's father, and it looks like Garp is the one who took care of Luffy and Ace. I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon didn't even know about Ace, man, because it doesn't seem like he was present during Luffy's childhood, right? So Dragon has no real reason to pull up, and this makes way more sense, man. Rest in peace to Portgas Rouge. What a woman, what a tragic fate, man. Carrying her child in womb for 20 months is insane. And she died after giving birth to Ace, the name that Roger picked. If it was a girl, it would be Anne. And if it's boy, it's Ace, man. And she passes away. What an incredible woman, man. 20 months. It's like 9 months, right? To uh, baby to be born, and she doubled that and added two more months on top of that, only because she was waiting for 9 or 10 months to pass after Roger's death, right? Not to suspect and kill her child. What they did is so incredibly fucked up. I know that maybe someone is going to bring up an argument, it's for the greater good. It's not for the greater good, man. Gold Roger doesn't seem like a bad dude, man. Like, did Navy really have to like end the bloodline and kill all the pregnant women's, all the babies that were born in that time frame, man? That's ridiculous, and it certainly reminds me of what that guy did on O'Hara, killing the civilian ship, which you guys told me that it's actually this admiral, Aka Inu. His design is dope as well. The presentation, when they showed us all the soldiers, the giants, the cannons, 100,000 soldiers, warlords, admirals coming there just sitting. Holy shit. In my head, as I said before, I'm thinking like there is no way nobody is touching them. But Whitebeard pulled up right in front of them, having his ships coated, bro. That entrance was so crazy. And before that, we slowly see ships appearing, and these are all their friends, right? Like their fleet, right? We see that like Thunder guy, we see like those brothers, that guy Doma, and we saw few of them in that flashback that they were enemies, they were rivals at one point, and they were probably like, oh shit, we can become friends now, I guess, after we kicked your ass or something like that, man. But yeah, I still can't believe what I saw in these 3 episodes, man. I simply can't. We still don't know who the fuck opened the gate of justice. I'm thinking Boa Hancock. I can't think of anyone on top of my head other than her. So Luffy and the others are not quite there, but they are on their way. They're on their way, so it's gonna be a whole another level of crazy when they arrive as well. So my boy Ace challenged Whitebeard. He fought Jinbei for 5 days. He wanted to challenge the strongest man in the world, right? He was cruising, he was making a name for himself, but it's not that easy, man. In this world of One Piece, yeah, you might come out and become famous in news very, very soon if you are strong, right? But when you reach a certain point of strong characters, man, you can do a jack shit. And Whitebeard demonstrated how astronomical the difference is in power between him and Ace, even though he's an old fellow. He's on IV. He's literally having like fucking life support attached to him, man. And he's still that insanely powerful. So what was he when he was the rival of Gold Roger back in the day, like 20-30 years ago? I can't even imagine that shit. His crew looks super strong as well. They have a fishman. I noticed one fishman. Touch and Marco especially, they seem like really, really cool dudes. I like how Marco was talking to Ace, saying, brother, just you have to decide already. Are you going to become his son and carry the name of Whitebeard on your back, or you're going to leave because you're not killing him, my guy? And Ace really started reconsidering everything. And his meeting with Shanks as well, talking about Luffy, I was filled with joy. And Shanks asking, is he still talking about becoming king of the pirates? Of course, of course. Knowing that Shanks was on the crew of Ace's father, right? So many cool characters from before, and I have different perspective about everything right now, and it's just so satisfying. They showed us a little glimpse of what Whitebeard is capable of. I assume it's devil fruit. At first I thought maybe he's just like too strong that he's cracking the air with his sheer power. But it's One Piece, right? It would be more fitting if he has some sort of devil fruit. But what devil fruit would that be? I have no idea. But what he pulled off was insane, man. And he has like big ass arms, bro. He's huge guy and he laughs like a giant. He's a really cool character. And he basically summons a tsunami, man. So he can fuck up that whole place, it seems. The strongest man in the world. It's not a title given out of something fake, obviously. My man is a beast. And the way he said that that he's the one who made Ace go, right? Now that he's here in front of Ace, seeing Ace captured, he wants to take the blame on himself, even though Ace didn't listen and went after Blackbeard by himself because Whitebeard felt something bad about all of this, right? That this is the exception, that he shouldn't go after Blackbeard, but he still decides to go. And just now we saw how Ace operates. He's not easily influenced, right? It took more than 100 attempts to kill Whitebeard for him to realize that he can do it, man. Like, Ace is like Luffy in that regard, man. He's not easily giving up. So yeah, them stopping Ace from going after Blackbeard was never gonna happen. And yeah, it's such a phenomenal writing how everything turned out and led to this moment right here, which is freaking insane, bro. I can't wait to see once the actual battle starts, bro. It's going to be phenomenal, man. And the conversation between Roger and Garp, man, Roger trusting Garp because they tried to kill each other so many times, right? They're both so powerful, they clashed a lot. And it was also foreshadowed in Water 7 when they said the man who was on Gold Roger's tail all the time, something along those lines, man. So it's perfect, man, because this world is not black and white when it comes to both pirates and both marines, man. And Gold Roger certainly wasn't a bad guy. I'm 100% sure of it. And I know that Garp knows that as well. And the fact that he saved Ace is telling you that as well. He brought it to the person named Dadan. And we didn't get to see who it is, but he brought Luffy later on as well to Dadan, man. So yeah, I guess that's when they met and the rest is history, bro. But yeah, Roger had complete faith in Garp, which is so fucking poetic considering like that they are sworn enemies, like Marines and pirates, man. And it's making me believe that someday we might see like that like fight between Kobe and Luffy, right? Imagine that, man. Like a friendly duel between two sides, bro. But yeah, right now I shouldn't think about that, man. What we should focus on is definitely this fight that is about to happen, and Whitebeard immediately jumping into action, the way he walks and talks and everything. Such an old dude, but everyone is shook because of what he's about to do, man. And I saw those ships when they started coming, oars. They have like oars and it's a big ass ship, man. So I wonder who is on that ship and who is the captain of that ship. There is like a bunch of them, like they said 43, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, absolute peak, man. Absolute craziness, amazing storytelling. The OSTs are so dope. Everything is on point, literally. It simply can't get any better than this. I will end the video here for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.
国王になる。